In this video, we are going to learn how easy it is to use the t-sql-CSI tool. We are going to take the role of a user who's facing a possible performance problem. This user's coworkers have requested improvements in the performance of an application. So, my coworkers have been complaining about the fact that the server's response is rather slow. Applications are giving alarmingly high response times, and I don't know the cause. Apparently, the company hasn't noticed this particular problem before, and we don't know exactly what will solve it. The first thing that comes to mind is to check which applications are connecting to my server. I've heard that SolidQ offers a service called t-sql-CSI to help me find out how my applications are using SQL Server. To get information about this service, I'm going to visit the SolidQ website. On the Consulting tab, we will find the SQL Server Relational section. In this section, we will be able to find out more information about the t-sql-CSI service. We will find a detailed description of what the service is and what it does, how to use it, its benefits, and so forth. What I want to do right now is to learn how to use the service. For this, there is a link that will tell me how to use it. If I click on that link, the instructions on how to use t-sql-CSI will be displayed. The basic steps I will need to perform are: register an account on www.solidq.com, enter a coupon code to access the t-sql-CSI service, and upload a profile or trace file. I've already registered an account before recording this demo, and the link on this page provides information on how to acquire a coupon code. To keep this demo short, we won't detail these steps much, nor the specifics of how to create a profile or trace. However, the procedures are very detailed on our website. I'm going to focus on a high-level demo of how to use the service, as detailed in the How to Use page. First, I will create a trace using Profiler. You can create a trace file with any tool you like, such as T-SQL code or the Graphical Profiler utility. For this example, I'm going to use the Graphic Profiler UI. I'm going to capture the two events that the website mentions. T-SQL-CSI will require certain columns, but due to the short demo time, I'm going to select them all. This may not be a best practice in your environment. After that, I'm going to use some tools to simulate some workload on the server, creating a load similar to that of our users running applications against our production server. In the Profiler window, we can see that it is constantly capturing cursor fetch and other intensive operations, simulating our application as it executes queries. Now that the simulated workload has ended, we will then stop the trace and save it as a file, in this case saving it to the desktop. Since I've done this once already, I'm going to overwrite the file that already exists at that location. Now we have successfully finished the trace. I'll return to the SolidQ site and click on the link that will allow me to upload the file. This page will give us instructions for the upload. We will need to build a zip file containing the trace that we have just created. So, I'll right-click, send a compressed zip file, and the file will be created. This resulting zip file is what needs to be uploaded to the SolidQ site. What's left now is to sign into the website using the account I created when I registered. Then I navigate to the page that will allow me to upload that zip file. Here we'll be able to see the service portal or the To Use the Service link. You can only see this section if you're registered. The site will request the coupon code, which I've just typed in. I already had my coupon code delivered to me to save time using the instructions on the site. This particular code is for a premium edition. There are other editions as well, which are detailed at the More Information links. But my code is for the premium edition. After I enter the code, I will attach the zip file of the trace. We will select the file and add it to the form. Now that file will be processed to verify that the file is correct. In my case, the file has been pre-processed, so it's sent directly to the process queue and tells me that the file is correct. If there were any problems, an error message would be visible on this page. Now we only need to wait until we receive an email sent to the account I provided during registration, giving us the response of the service used. It shouldn't take long, depending on the process queue working at that moment. In our case, we've received it immediately. It's a very fast process because the trace was fairly simple. On the response email that I've just received, there is a brief description of the service performed, which code has been used, the processing mode, and so forth. What is more interesting to me right now is the attachment, the response file itself. I'll double-click on the file to see the result, which opens in Microsoft Excel. The output file includes information about the data captured during the profiler session. This can be ordered by reads and writes, CPU elapsed time, or other criteria you selected in Profiler. The results shown can help identify the procedures or queries that have had the biggest impact on our SQL Server. As we can see, 47% of the reads captured during the trace correspond to the execution of a cursor that has been launched 100 times and received 18,363 fetch requests. This might indicate that a particular select statement could possibly be executed instead of a cursor using a set-based approach. Either way, I've already got here valuable information on how I could improve the system. For another example, this one has the highest elapsed time by CPU usage. This one has taken the most CPU time of the trace session workload. I can now sit back and start optimizing the queries that have had the biggest impact on my server. Overall, this is highly valuable data because we're aware of the specific aspects of our application that need to be improved in order to obtain performance benefits. And by testing before and after changes, we are going to be able to see the benefits of optimizing our system. So that's all for now. With the information included in this demo, you should be able to start tuning your applications at the SQL Server level. For more information, please visit www.solidq.com. Thank you.